Welcome to CBTV.
Alive or dead? When we look at an oak tree, it may be difficult to imagine that it grew out of an acorn. Is that acorn still alive? If it is, then why can't we see it? Or does the acorn no longer exist? If it died, then how comes there an oak tree now? The teachings on silentness help us break free from our tendency to put things into boxes. We usually try to fit life into one of four categories. Is it alive? Is it dead? Is it still in the realm of being? In other words, does it still exist? Has it passed into the realm of non-being? Does it no longer exist? The truth is that we can fit reality into the categories of existing and non-existing. Once we've touched the ultimate truth, we see that the categories of alive and dead don't apply, whether as to a cloud, an acorn, an electron, a star, ourselves, or our beloved ones. Just as we need to liberate ourselves from the ideas of a self, or a human being that's different from other living beings, we also need to liberate ourselves from the size and appearance of a lifespan. The lifespan is not limited to 70, 80, or 100 years, and that is good news. Your body is not yourself. You are much more than this body. You are life without boundaries. You are much more than this body. By now, you may already begin to see that we are not limited to our physical body. Even while we are alive, we interact with our ancestors, our descendants, and the whole cosmos. We don't have a separate self. We are never really born, and we never really die. We are interconnected with all life, and we are always in transformation. Buddhist traditions have developed many ways to visualize our life without boundary, and one of those ways is to see that, as well as our human body, we have many other bodies. Some traditions says we have three, others say five or seven. Looking deeply, understanding the nature of emptiness and sightlessness, and the insight of interbeing, we can identify at least eight different bodies. When we are able to recognize and experience all our bodies, we live our life more fully and face the disintegration of our physical body without fear. The word body here simply means a collection of energy, a body of energy. Modern science tells us that everything we perceive is energy. Some kinds of energy we can see or detect with our senses, and some we can detect only with special light instruments. There may also be types of energy we have not yet learned how to measure, but even so, we may be able to feel and perceive them. We have a close relationship with all our eight bodies. We can take care of them, and they will be there strong and healthy for us when we need them. And they will encompass the qualities we would like to continue after we pass away. One of my students said, if I have eight bodies, then I'm going to have to shower 8 times, one time for each body. But when we see the interconnection between all the eight bodies, we see that we need to shower mindfully only once, and we can save a lot of water. It's wonderful to have so many bodies, but don't take my word for it. Investigate and see for yourself. First body, the human body. Thanks to our human body, we can feel, we can heal, and we can transform. We can experience life in all its wonders. We can reach out to take care of someone we love. We can reconcile with a family member. We can speak up for others. We can see something beautiful. We can hear the song of the birds and the voice of the rising tide. And we can act to make our world a healthier, more peaceful, and more compassionate place. Thanks to our body, everything is possible. And yet, a lot of time, many of us completely forget we have a body. Our body is there, but our mind is somewhere else, not with the body. Our mind is alienated from the body. It is with our projects, our worries, our fears. We can work on a computer for hours and completely forget our body until something starts to hurt. But then, can we say we're truly living our life if we've forgotten we have a body? If our mind is not with our body, we cannot say that we are fully present. We cannot say that we are truly alive. Breathing mindfully, you simply enjoy your in breath and out breath. You bring the mind home to the body, and you realize that you are alive, still alive, and this is a wonder. To be alive is the greatest of all miracles. Most of us still need to learn how to take care of our physical body. We need to learn how to relax and how to sleep. We need to learn how to eat and consume in such a way that our body can be healthy, light, and at ease. If we listen carefully, we can hear our body telling us all the time what it does and does not need. Although its voice is very clear, we seem to have lost our capacity to listen to it. We've pushed our body too hard, and so tension and pain have accumulated. We've been neglected our body so long. It may be lonely. Our body has wisdom, and we need to give ourselves a chance to hear it. In this very moment, you may like to pause and reconnect with your body. Simply bring your awareness to your breathing and recognize and acknowledge the presence of your whole body. You may like to say to yourself, "My dear body, I know you are there." Coming home to your body like this allows some of the tension to be gently released. This is an act of reconciliation. It is an act of love. Our body is a masterpiece of the cosmos. Our body carries within it the stars, the moon, the universe, and the presence of all our ancestors. How many millions of years of evolution has it taken to give rise to these wondrous two eyes, legs, feet, and hands? Countless life forms are supporting our existence in this moment. Reconnecting with our physical body takes only a few moments of stopping and breathing with awareness. We all have time for this, and yet we do not do it. It is strange that we are scared of what happens to our physical body when we die, and yet we are not truly enjoying our physical body while we are alive. We have to learn to live our life deeply as a human being. We need to live every breath deeply so that we have peace, joy, and freedom as we breathe. When we see clearly that our physical body is a miraculous wonder of life, a gift of the cosmos, it is a flash of insight. Once we have that insight, we must sustain it. If not, breathlessness and agitation will take over and we forget. We no longer cherish the miracle of being alive. So we need to sustain and nurture this insight in every moment. It takes concentration, but it's not hard to do. While we work, while we eat, we bring our awareness to our human body. simply enjoying the feel of our body positions and movements, and the wonder of being alive. But we should not be caught up in thinking that our bodies is ourselves. Our bodies is made entirely of non-body elements, including the four great elements of earth, water, fire, and air. Contemplating these elements, we can see a deep connection between the inside and the outside of the body. We cannot draw a boundary between them. The four elements in us are one with the four elements outside us. Input and output are always taking place. In this very moment, we are receiving and releasing water, warmth, and breath. And we can see countless cells and atoms from our body being nourished by and returning to the earth. When we are sick or dying, it can be very helpful to contemplate this. But we don't need to wait until then to do so. We don't return to the earth only when our entire body disintegrates. We return to the earth and we are renewed by the earth at every moment.